the academy, the corporations, the media, Hollywood, we must charge with joy in our hearts that this is the mission that He gave to us. Come with me through the valley of the shadow of death, for not only is He with us, He sent us, and on the other side in sunlight and great joy. In Chapter 1, we descend into the abyss. Some of what we see will be known to you, some will be new. All of it is horrifying. But never fear, the chapter is not explicit. It is intended only to show accurately the landscape that we are in, so we can think about it clearly. In Chapter 2, I explain how we ended up in this dreadful place. It was not simply bad luck or bad fate. Powerful people set us down this path. I take a closer look at the wall of separation between church and state. This wall has been breached, but not in the way the liberal media says it has been breached. Indeed, it has been breached by the government on behalf of new faiths. Did you think we live in a pluralistic society where each faith is equal before a neutral and benevolent government? We don't. In fact, I argue that there is a rising state church with dogmas enforced by local, state, and federal governments, along with allies in the academy, the media, and corporate America. In Chapter 3, we further examine how this new state church functions. We discover who are its priests and prophets and what is its mission. We also look at the celebrated nuns, who have largely drifted away from Christianity. In fact, these nuns are not nothing. They are deeply religious, and in many ways, they have helped form the denominations of the new state church. They consider Christians to be the new heretics, and they treat us accordingly. In Chapters 4 and 5, I describe our situation in its historical context. You'll be surprised at how our current fight is quite ancient, and how it is playing out in the same way it did a few thousand years ago. Oddly, this should give us some comfort. We have already fought these same battles, and won. In Chapter 6, after we have really explored and understood the situation we are in, I look at attitudes that tempt Catholics, living frozen in fear, living lost in nostalgic fantasies, or dissipating our days in distractions, sports, video games, and much else. In this chapter, I admonish you not to miss the great mission that our Father has sent us on. But finally, the joy. In Chapter 7, I demonstrate how we are living through one of the most remarkable epochs the Church has ever known, and I implore you to see that never has there been a finer time to be a faithful Catholic. I urge my fellow Catholics and all Christians not to miss this extraordinary time. Our descendants will envy it just as we envy the time of our founding generation, the generation of the Civil War, and the greatest generation. This is what awaits us if we embrace the job God sent us to do. For the last several years, I have been giving a talk to audiences around the country called No Finer Time to Be a Faithful Catholic. It is always met with cheers and standing ovations. With so much evil around us, and for so long, people tend to forget what an astonishing time we are living through. Not in spite of the troubles all around us, but precisely because of the troubles. We were made for union with God in heaven, but on this earth, we were made for fighting. Austin Ruse, October 22nd, 2020, Feast of Pope St. John Paul the Great. 1. I am Lazarus come from the dead, come back to tell you all. We are deep into a civilizational abyss, but you must not look away from the evil that clings to its walls. You have to look. You cannot fight back if you blind yourself to our national nightmare. But do not abandon hope as we begin our descent into this fetid cavern. Remember to be of